Something very similar to you actually about celebrating outside, because we, as you said, we were a bit disorganised and that we kind of covered everything we could possibly do, and we were trying to cover lots of different things. But then we wanted to have something that really was memorable and that resonated as the thing that pulled everyone in the first place. So we were talking about how to use the outdoor space as another room, another way of everyone celebrating. And we were talking about maybe throwing surprise parties for family members where Homebase comes in and does it all for you. And then Finn had a really good idea about a festival in your garden. So very similar actually, but rather than it be just one put on actually in a person's garden, so maybe they break their leg and they can't go to Glastonbury, so we bring it to them. But rather than it being a celebrity that it gets done to, we bring in a YouTube singer, so maybe someone like Lewis Watson or George Ezra, someone that has got very big through the YouTube platform, where they already have their own followers, not because of home enhancement, but because of music. So it's, I don't know, someone that's quite young, potentially, an audience we don't always engage with, or someone a bit older, and they get to have a festival that they wouldn't get to otherwise experience with someone actually in their garden. They get their own concert, and they get to see that we can do everything for them for a perfect party. And then we looked at stuff below that, more on the hub and hygiene stuff, which these guys talk to.
Do you want to talk about that?
I can do. So around we have this, well, it's actually a little bit of a pre-existing idea that's been rumbling around in our heads about home-based hacks. So a lot of consumers, they are challenged by why they would go and do DIY. They're, around the idea of not having enough time, not having enough knowledge. So this would be a bit of an education piece. So life hacks applied to DIY. Really, really short, pre-roll onto any hygiene factor content that we would have, so how-tos, best practice videos that we could run. These would also tee up the weekend challenges that we'd set, so based on price, based on time that you have. So we'd set a challenge, we'd take one YouTube video, or it could be Zoella, it could be just someone that we have within the business to be able to accomplish this and show consumers that, within a certain amount of time, with a certain amount of price, on a Friday, they can do that weekend. We can build this up as well to around payday to make a bigger item that people will be doing to try and kind of make it flow with the business cycle that we have in place.
I think that idea's really got legs, because there's definitely like a lost generation, well, my generation, of not being trained how to do different bits of DIY. So that idea of little things that can make a big difference and don't cost lots of money would be really fantastic. And then it just goes to empower our shoppers that they don't need to necessarily get Bob's DIY, whoever it is, to come in. And then Finn came up with a great idea in terms of how you could advertise those videos, so that if people are looking on how do I do X, Y, and Z, you can put those videos on the front end of it to try and drive them back through. I think that's a really nice idea. And the hacks would work on that as well.
Yes, it's to kind of summarise, we don't have one idea that goes across all three. We've tackled slightly different viewpoints. We've got kind of home-based heroes. That's where we have quite an experiential, go in someone's garden, bring a festival to them or something. And then we've got the kind of home-based hacks, which we think people will share and like. That's very short form. We've already got some of that content. But the weekend challenge is really designed to kind of inspire people that, send this out, get eyeballs to it on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. That's the time when most people are doing these jobs. To actually say, you can go to Homebase, you can do this job, it costs 30 quid, it takes 20 minutes, and you're done. So it would be, in terms of the Stargazer, we didn't quite get to it, but we think that these are relatively on brand, achievable. The festival in your garden would be bold and brave for Homebase, but I don't think it's probably out of scope. Hopefully not, and then hopefully it would excite a few people. So that's where we got to.
Cool.
Right on, guys.